For some people, tinnitus experience can be quite intense. I'm going to read a passage from the book for you. What effects do people expect tinnitus to have? Perhaps they expect annoyance and a sense of failure, unfairness and isolation. Many people, even those with no experience of tinnitus, would agree that if we were hearing an unpleasant noise hissing away in their ears, they would not be able to concentrate at work, read, or make a meaningful contribution to the society. Many people would agree that if they were hearing a horrific constant noise, like a demon trapped in their head, screaming out loud that it wants to get out, they would go crazy. These were the words of a patient of ours, which was in a psychiatric ward. He in fact wanted to put a hole in his forehead to let this demon out. With tinnitus, how can we enjoy normal day-to-day activities or to get any work done? How can we get enough sleep and remain healthy? Sleep is a very important factor and is very much connected to the way that we feel, whether we are healthy and refreshed or not. And that is one of those key areas that tinnitus can impact on us. Most people would agree that they would not be able to do any of these with an intense experience of tinnitus. For some, this intense pressure can cause aggression. Here is what a patient in our clinic said about his tinnitus-induced aggression. I have very vivid memories about this patient and this scenario. So he was saying, it is like being under the worst tension that I can possibly be under. As I said to the psychiatrist, if somebody told me to rip your head off, Hashir, to stop this agony, I would consider it. Even though we are friends, I like you, but this is not a good place to be. Since 4:30 in the morning, I have had no sleep, and this has been going on since last Friday. The noise in my head is the worst it can get. Put me in a war zone. I will fight everyone in sight, including my own comrades. Please stop it. This is too intense. This may not be a typical experience of tinnitus, but it clearly demonstrates a state of mind in which horrific actions may be contemplated in order to escape from something unbearable. Such a state of mind can occur when we experience anything that produces overpowering emotions. One example is when we are in love. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Juliet felt that her life would be meaningless without Romeo. She preferred to be chained with roaring bears or to be hidden with a dead man in his tomb with rattling bones, reeky shanks and yellow chapless skulls over losing Romeo. We may not be able to see how we can live with tinnitus, just as we may be unable to see how we can live without the person that we love. As they say, love can blind us, so as the fear, so as the anger. So there is a very clear emotional disturbances that can be caused by tinnitus. But there are many research studies, some of them in our own clinics, that shows that between tinnitus and the emotional disturbances that it causes, there are cognitive behavioral processes. And this book can help you to recognize some of the thought patterns and behaviors that you may have in response to tinnitus. And it teaches you skills to test them, to see whether they are helpful or they are counterproductive, and modify them accordingly.